Follow-up question?
Kay Sir Diñoso. Sir, what is your master plan, if ever, in combating the insurgency problem, not only in the province, but all over the region, particularly sa Samar Island?
Good morning po ulit. Hindi po AFP master plan ang aming gagamitin. Ito po ang master plan ng gobyerno ng present administration. We have this executive order number 70, yung institutionalizing the whole of nation approach to and adopting the national peace framework to end the local communist armed conflict. So this executive order by the President will be used not only by the Department of National Defense, but the entire government bureaucracy. So all of us will have particular responsibilities, particular tasks. Your Armed Forces of the Philippines will be involved in the peace and law enforcement and development cluster. So yung sa AO-70 po, yung task force to end local communist armed conflict, meron po yan 12 clusters. Ang inyong AFP, member po siya doon sa 12 clusters, pero sa law enforcement and development sector cluster, kami po ang nagli-lead doon. So that's the government plan to make the country peaceful, orderly, and to have that long sought after na inclusive and lasting peace. If you want me to elaborate further dun sa AO-70, I can still elaborate. But that's really what the AFP intends to do, to support the administration's AO-70, which the DMD AFP is part of.
Okay, thank you. From MGen Catbalogan, ayaw ni Soma.
Kay Sir, sa Tamanang General ng Infantry Division, Sir, sa national news ay may sinasabi ng ongoing recruitment ng mga New People's Army dito sa Eastern Visayas. Kumusta po dito? Paano po bang namomonitor yung Philippine Army recruitment ng mga minor, mga students? Kasi dinidinay po ng ibang yung mga progressive groups.
Thank you po at tinanong ninyo yan, ano? Kasi ang recruitment activities ng Communist Party of the Philippines, New People's Army, is day-to-day regular activity ng Army. Kumbaga, every day, sa every activity nila, everything they do, recruitment is part and parcel. So, gusto po nila yan. Ngayon po, mainit sa news yung pag-recruit ng ating mga kabataan, estudyante, lalo na yung ating mga estudyante. Totoo po yan, no? So, in fact, marami na pong mga magulang ang lumabas na sinasabi yung anak nila, bigla na lang hindi uuwi ng bahay, bigla na lost contact na, missing na, tapos malalaman natin, nandoon na pala, sumapi na sa New People's Army. And ang masaklap pa nito, malalaman na lang, mabalitaan na lang ng magulang nila, patay na yung anak nila kasi napasama sa infantry. Marami po kaming listahan niya ng mga yan. Ngayon, syempre, magbibigay po ng komento ang New People's Army na sabihin na hindi sila pinilit o hindi missing, kung hindi, sumama na sa kanila, sumapi na. Pero ano na lang po yun? Kumbaga, kasi nungalingan na lang yan ng NPA. Pero actually, they were lured and they were duped, brainwashed to join this communist terrorist organization. Kung paano po sila nalilang doon, pwede ko pa yung isa-isahin yun. Mahabang, hindi naman gamang kahabang kwento. Pero totoo po yun yung sinasabi ninyo. Ang recruitment, lalo na sa kabataan, ang kabataan po natin, very idealistic. Pero dapat nagagamit yung kanilang idealism sa tamang paraan, sa tamang gawain. Hindi yung sumama sila sa isang organisasyon that espouses violence that promotes armed struggle, armed revolution, and furtherance of their objectives. Hindi po tama yun. So, gusto natin sa estudyante, mag-aral, maging productive, member ng society natin.
Pero follow-up po, sir, ano pong ginagawa ng inter-community natin dito?
Kaya nga po natin natuklasan yun no? Kasi ganito po yan, no? Yung mga bata natin, estudyante, nagpo-profile sila dyan. Titingnan lang kung sino yung mga estudyante na mataas ang kanilang nationalism, everything. Then dahan-dahan po nila yan, i-recruit, i-join, pasasabihin nila sa isang organisasyon na above ground o legal naman. So, halimbawa, yung League of Filipino Students, this is a legal organization. Pero ito po ang breeding ground nila ng mga kadre ng NPA. So, pag nag-join na sila dyan sa LFS niyan, so, profiling, may isang estudyante, ito, mataas ang idealism, nationalism spirit nito. So, gagawin nilang leader yan. Isasali nila yan sa mga rally-rally. So, initially, hindi naman sila galit sa sundalo, hindi sila galit sa pulis, sa gobyerno. Ang gusto nila ay promote yung kanilang student rights. Pero pag nasali na sila sa mga rally, doon sa rally na yun, makakaharap sila ng pulis na maximum tolerance naman. Pero doon sa grupo na yun, ng mga radical, ng CPP-NPA, meron doon mag-instigate ng kabuluhan. So, pipilitin nila yung peaceful rally, maging magulo, magbabatuhan and everything. Ngayon, magkakapupukan, then mag-ano ng tubig. So, yung mga estudyante na yun, makakatikim sila ng konting harassment na gano'n. So, mabubuo na yung hatred nila sa pulis. Sabi sa inyo, sabihin na ng mga nag-aaral, tingnan ninyo, sasaktan lang kayo ng pulis, sasaktan lang kayo ng mga sundalo. So, ang next na niyan, after sa rally lang, kung gusto nyo malaman talaga kung paano magano ang mga militar, ang mga pulis, sumama kayo sa kabundukan, kabukiran. So, pag nagdoon na sila, ano lang sabihin nila, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days lang kayo. Community immersion lang kayo. Pero ang gagawin pa lang nila, itatapat nila, meron silang raid o harassment, ambush ng mga pulis and militar. Halimbawa sa Victoria, klaseng case, tinatapos nila yung Victoria. Nagsama na sila ng mga estudyante doon na gusto nilang maging kadre. In fact, meron na po tayong isang nahuli ang pulis doon na kabataan. So, once na napasama na nila yung mga estudyante doon, diba, matras na sila, gusto nang umuwi ng mga estudyante o kabataan, nasasabihin sa kanila, hindi na kayo pwede umuwi. Kasi wanted na kayo ng pulis. Kasama na kayo doon sa umatake sa amin. So, hindi na sila talaga pauwi. Ang alam nila, wanted na sila. Doon na sila. Unknowingly, unwittingly, and without really their desire to join the armed group, NPA, sa armed revolution, napilitan na sila. Hindi na sila makabalik. Sinong kawawa po doon? Dalawa. Unang-una, yung kabataan. Pangalawa, yung magulang na talagang nagpakahirap, papag-aralin yung anak nila, papagtapusin sa kolehiyo. Tapos, kukunin lang ng NPA, nilintangin nila, dadalhin sa bundok. Marami na po, meron pa, mga nursing student, mga namatay. Wala naman po kami magawa. Kasi pag ayaw nila talagang sumurrender, ayaw nila ibabay armas nila, gusto na magpaglaban sa sundalo, hindi naman sila mananalo sa Philippine Army ninyo. Kasi wala pong training ito. There are parliamentarians, nag-aaral itong mga estudyante na ito. Talagang mamamatay po sila sa ayaw po namin o sa gusto. So, naawa po kami lalo sa mga magulang na malaki ang pangarap para sa anak nila. Kaya talagang naglalabada, nagpapakirap, pag-aralin na. Tapos, dudukutin lang ng NPA. Marami po pong kwento yan. Maraming panlalansi ang CPP-NPA paano makuha yung mga anak natin. And, iyan lang po yung kinuwento ko, isang example po. Totoo po yan, nangyari po yan.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. From DYP again, Silo Pedrosa. Yeah. Morning. Address to the Vice Governor, Vice Governor Michael Tan. Itong Samar Development, yan na, ang papalayon. Hari na kita ang porsyento ng ano pagkukulang ng former
governor hindi na programa.
Siguro kayo pa na natin kaya istoryahan is kung hain na kita, well, harayon na natin na hingantuan. Pero ang mas tangible ito niya makikita is ang tourist arrivals din niya Samar. From 2017 to 2018, there is 67% increase. And we're still waiting for the data of 2019. We expect na mas taas pa ito, but that is only one part Spark Samar Development Agenda. So as a whole, hindi naman ang probinsyahan Samar, halos tanan ng mga kalsada, di pa kalituhan mga munisipyo tapos na. In fact, tapos na ang Matunginaw Road, ang San Sebastian Road, ang Binabaclaw Road, Villarreal Road, ang Pagsanghan, masunod na ito. San Jose Libuan Road is being done. So hindi nga mga projects liwat, nga mga infrastructure projects kinubuhat na. Di ba kani naman liwat, may nakita maabot nga around 700 million worth of project from the DOTR, which is an Catbalogan City airport. So ini nga Catbalogan City airport, magbubutang lang akong yung disclaimer ha, because when we talk about the airport, they feel like may dadayon yun hindi malubad ng aeroplano nila. We are doing this because ginaaghat natin yung magkamayla din mga aeroplano mga Catbalogan. However, we cannot do that overnight because ang mga aeroplano are commercial airplanes that are being operated by private investors. So, di rin man yun dito hira magbubutang din flight kung malulugi ito. Pero, kung infrastructure is concerned, hindi bubuhat na ito natin. Kaupod liwat nila, siguro ay may add kanina because nakalimutan ko lang. Ang agriculture naman, we have the secret kitchens. Ngayon nga secret kitchens to be launched is din ito ang mga pagkaon Samar ang magrasa ng pagkaon. Kasi seringan to ni Sir, sabi ni Sir Diñoso, masarap daw yung pagkain sa Samar. So, kahit pa paano, marami din naman yung nagsasabi ng ganyan. So, gusto po natin na ipagpatuloy yung culinary legends ng mga Samar, me being also a culinary arts graduate. I also aspire to make Catbalogan or Samar dishes known internationally. So it is just a dream, but we can start now in planting of seeds. So also, the banana industry, we are also eyeing magkamay na kitahin better banana industry because under negotiation na for export natin ito ka China. Tapos, we also have the drying facility dito Payao. Siguro if you have seen that, then that is the drying facility of Samar. So, it was given by, ano ba ito yung office? DOSDTI. So, hopefully, makabulig ito din yan mga aton, nga maging export quality yan aton bulad along with ang iba pang dried products because if we want world-class, then kinahanglan world-class quality liwat nila. Di rin pwede nga bubulad tala. I'm not saying nga mahugaw ito ha, pero Pilipino kita, higara kita kumaon, hangin na lang ako mabuka nga bulad. Pero kung mga foreigner na ito, then maybe di rin ito maging banging lubuding haraot pa kung maglain ito tirapiyan. So, we want a world-class product, then we will have also world-class facilities. May daliwan kita on the talks pa yan na Taiwanese kumanhera din and they are willing to invest at cold storage facility. We are eyeing ay butang ito Payao because andito ang mga isda na ibubutang kung nato ni Taraig freeze kung ito nga ni nato hereafter then nare-retain niya ang kadako ang freshness. So almost waray hiya malaking nga effect dito ang ating frozen products but not limited to fishery lang iya pwede i-freeze ang lettuce. So pwede na kita because yan na nagkataroon nga ni kita ang lettuce na lalaya hihinduro after a few days. So pwede ito naman i-freeze and lettuce, ngayon kung ito natin as if fresh na gihapon niya. So, ito na yung mga ginihimo natin nga among handa mo pa. It's very hard for me to rate hanaton score kung bagay na because self-serving man, diba? Kung paglinugaran kita. I would like to believe nga 99% na kita, but that is not true. Somewhere, ali pa nakitahan. Has start because it ever-changing man ang landscape din niya Samar. Ang needs niya na ngahinhan, ang needs tayo naging conceptualize natin at plano may not be applicable hayan na. Kaya bangin ang hinimutan plano, waray pa to cellphone, yan ang may daan na, di ba? At noon tayo waray pa internet, buwas may daan na. Hindi rin pa kita maarap ng mga changes because the people, ever-changing ang landscape, ever-changing di ba na needs. So that is why the provincial government will be adapting ang changes na mahinanabo, both ang mga tao, ang mga needs nera, ngayon han world di ba, because ever-changing di ba ang dynamics ng world. Diri na danay kita, if we only focus on the things na aton karuyan without expecting or without thinking and feelings or needs ng mga tao, then we are doomed to begin with. Kay bangin na natin ginunahuna is not applicable anymore.
Again, last week, itong administration, itong Duterte, ano ba yung nabubuling yan itong Samar pag so far, ito yung national government.
Kung ang development ng Samar, una, ako I am a Duterte, even before 2016, I voted for President Duterte because during that time, I felt nga ang akong vote would change something because desperate na ako. I want change. Ngayon, siring pa nga ni. Because kinahanglan natin strong leadership. So with that alone, haniya pala present, it has inspired me to do the same. So haniya pala presence, even without pa actions, has made a significant change na. Plus, haniya mga ginihimo, like the one that I discussed earlier, Coastal Line, that is a 1.7 billion project. And through the Duterte administration, ginhatag ito ginhihaton. The OPAC, which is 164 million na peacekeeping programs, that is the Duterte administration. Ining iba pa nga mga programs din. Ito yung airport that I said earlier, that is the Duterte administration. Along with ang mga pamana, also Duterte administration. So, I think the President is doing well. Din hiya probinsya sa may napakita special attention. Not because of closeness, but because nakikita niya that the provincial government is doing something and that the provincial government is ready to support whatever plans. Because even if halimbawa ako, I would want to make a change. I have plans to make a change. Pero ang recipient does not even do something about it. Then how can I help, di ba? But kung aton yan yung recipients being asked the provincial government, naniniguro para magkaanan yung change. Because I always reiterate at mga tao that when you give me a question or you give me a problem, present to me also a solution. Biskan pa may ang imo solution might not be that applicable, pero present to me, do not, kasi sometimes people tend to complain a lot. Complaining of everything, nga kung ano lang, pero they do not even know kung ano ba niya karuyan or niya solution. So that works the same din niya government. So sometimes, when we initiate something and the national government sees ito niya aton efforts, then they feel na kinahanglan nila kita bulikan because nakikita na nila kung how an aton passion, an aton aspiration, an aton dreams for the people. And that is very important because passion translates to good work. When applied liwat to the right people and to the right mga tao, that Kumbaga habang passionate ka hindi mo gibubuhat, you also have the right people to be with you ito nga journey. Because passion alone, liwan, diri man liwan hiya, pagmamaterialize, kaya kung dream or vision lahiya, kailangan naman right people to do that for you. So, I believe the provincial government is doing well. Ito niya part, and I hope that it will continue. Hansugan liwan ito nga pamaagi. We are eyeing a lot of development for the province, from economics, agriculture, infrastructure, health. And health, under-communicated line eh, pero we are building a 350-bed capacity, 4-story building hospital. Dida ha, former Department of Agriculture compound. We are the only provincial government with a provincial hospital operated na may CT scan machine. We are the only provincial government, provincial hospital that will be operating a dialysis machine. So those are under-communicated ng mga programs because siguro you know my sister, my mother, di rin man ang nag-iinistorya ka niya mo kinbubuhan. Kinbubuhan mo ito, then let other people do the talking for you. Pero, since wala pa man ito may nakakapansin and you are asking, and those are the things that we are doing now. So, actually, ito lang nga CT scan machine, we are having a very, very big problem because it is operational. The radio technologies ba ito tawag ito? Basta nag-ooperate ito is ready for like, pera nakabulan. But the problem is the FDA changed the leadership. So pagbaliw ang leadership, iyan na-sign para han accreditation. We have qualified na para han accreditation, but we are still waiting for that signature. So natinggan na hiya in 3 months. 3 months ago, tapos na aton papers, yet waray pa na. So maybe if you have time, you can visit the provincial hospital to see ito niya aton CT scan machine.
Thank you, Vice. From PIA Catbalogan, Ma'am Tabaw.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Golda Lear about the Information Center Manager of PIA Samar. The LGU and the PIA has long been partners in communicating and promoting the programs and projects of the local and national governments. So the question is for Vice Bob. For the new leadership, do we have new platforms or plans in promoting a stronger, more informed and empowered citizens of Samar, especially so when you mentioned earlier that when they are informed, it helps them in their decisions and in supporting the programs of the government. Thank you.
That is exactly, I was planning to talk to you for PIA specifically, to provide you with the technologies that you will be needing. What technologies? Camera. Because as I've heard, a cellphone lang ang nagagamit. Computer, maybe internet. All those things. So, I do not want to under-communicate the provincial government's effort. Now, hindi yan ang nanahinanapo din niya ato ng probinsya ni Samar. Very much, ang mga tao, ever-changing mga landscape, di ba? So, ang tao, technology na gigigitan. And sometimes, because of that, kung liwan hera na i-exploit liwan herahan mga... Because this is politics also, I have to remind you. We have also political enemies. So, ito nga among political oppositions, they also tend to make stories. Meaning, kung may nanganin mga sweldo, then kung na-under-communicate nanganin natin vision, sometimes their lies becomes the truth. So, hindi yan nga panahon, I want to change that. Na kung ano man ang ating efforts, let the people know and decide for themselves kung tama ba ito mali. Then maybe, before ito i-implement, if nakapaghatag na opinion ng tao, then may pa kita chance to retract ito if ineffective haira pag kita. Pero, o sa naliwatan akong masisiringan mga tao, na I hope to trust the leadership because at the end of the day, ito niya mga plano nga atong dinhihimo, we did not think ito overnight. We thought about that in peraka sleepless nights because it pag-decide is very difficult. Di rin sugad ka masayo than other people think. So, even in discipline alone, we need to impose discipline. Di haaton hasamar. For example, I am trying my best na every time na may dangani kita mga events that we are making, na dapat ang mga tao should clean as they go. Diri nga pwede, nakahuman ang event, they would think nga ang mga provincial employees dapat asyan maglimpyo because it is not right. Ang imo trash, dapat ikaw liwatan mag-pick up ito. For example, when I go abroad, I brought that with me pagbalik na ako sa Pilipinas. Kaya kung nakaon nga niya ako in fast food, biskan na Pilipinas, titipigan ko ang akon mga kinaon. Nga not oftentimes, or not many people do that. In fact, nasashock nga yung hira that I am doing that. Pero, it is a way of life dapat. Because we cannot expect other people to clean our mess. Kaya atong mess should be cleaned by ourselves. Those are simple things. Pero when we let the people know that it is morally right, then they should decide for themselves if they want to keep on making mga mali. So I hope that you all can be a partner of the provincial government, not only PIA, because when explained to the people, sometimes may understand ba nila and na-cooperate nila. Sabi pa nga ni Sir Diñoso that hindi na aton liwat struggles, conflicts din because of under-communication liwat na ito. Sometimes, people believe the lies ng iba. So with a strong partner from the media, from yourselves, to the government, I know we could do a lot. Simple words lang ang kinahanglan. And the people, when we cascade that information to the people down, sometimes it only takes a few words, a few positive words to change their day, to make a change ito nga era day, di ba? So I hope we could all be partners ito. And siguro, maybe ma'am, we could also talk about kung ano natin pag-improve ang PIA some other day.
Anytime, Vice Gov. For the follow-up, thank you so much po, Vice Gov. And for the follow-up, do we already have an information officer for in the province or in the municipalities under the province? Thank you.
I would only speak for the province. So, in province, as of now, all information usually comes from either the provincial governor's office or the tourism office as nagmamahan Spark Development Agenda. The administrator being part of the governor's office as well. Pero, we will be building anytime na hanaton provincial information officer na may the office para liwat when di na natin kinahanglan nga when you need something being part of the media, then you could always go there to ask. Also, I'm trying my best ha. Di rin nga karoon ko lang magpinaasi sa Facebook. Kinatalan nga information I am sharing out on Facebook because sometimes ang mga tao mas karoon pa nila magkita ang Facebook kaysa makaistorya nga ni Hanera asawa. So, I try my best to keep the people informed through social media because kaya na nga panahon, it is very important na good. So, I think ang niliwat medium of information dissemination, dapat maliwat ang part ng media, especially in PIA.
Thank you, Vice. From Storage U, Catbalogan, Raul Villardi.
This question addressed to Vice Governor. Happy Summer Day, Vice Governor. The essence of celebrating the Summer Day is to let Samarnos be happy. It's very impressive na nakita ko ang audiovisual presentation from San Juanico Bridge, aesthetic lighting, groundbreaking ceremony, and the nights before last night na naton Butchan Samar, I was very impressed sa imo vision ng Samar, and na-impressed gihapon ako kanina nakita ko audiovisual presentation regarding Spark Samar. Sir, pakialam ko lang, may dala ba kitang investors yung vision regarding the Spark Samar? Nasagot ko kasi din ni Catbalogan dito ng may Santa Rita area. So, any update, sir?
As with regards to investors, din here Samar, we are an agricultural province. So, being an agricultural province, hindi rin talaga dapat investors natin. However, because of that, we are making a people's organization being ang mga community-based kita. So, community-based na natin approach because in the absence of big investors, then ang community na ang maghihimo through the support of the local government unit. So, with regards to that, at the end of the day, kinahanglan ang happy man good dinhin, being part of the provincial government of Samar is ang mga Samarnon. So we want that, asya nga, we give significant importance to people's organization. Investors, we are encouraging them ng kumanhi dinhin. So, siguro, the investors will come when nahimo na natin ito because they do not want to invest. Kumbaga kita, negosyante, mamimiling hirahit ginansya, hain and profitable. So, we do all of this, and then makikita natin siguro, by then, asya natin maaabad, kung magkakamayda na investors din yan sa amin.
Sir, bali follow-up question. Ang investors, sir, coming from our own country or may mga foreign investors nga yung pag ito you're wishing for?
Ang mga Taiwanese for the cold storage, can be, siguro, I don't know, part naman yan China, so foreign na yan. Tapos, ang mga Gaisano and Robinsons, they are all encouraged to come here. However, we cannot force them because ang problema din is negosyo man ko dito. So, we're eyeing for everything, we are lobbying, we are participating. Yan na nga adlaw, ito yan nga New York, ang Lara natin. Yan, nagbibiling kita ng mga potential buyers, investors. So, the Assistant Chief of Staff, how do you call that, of Congresswoman Sharian Tan, Miss Yen Pumila is in New York, Las Vegas. Today, dara-dara at pirakamaleta. Sir, dala nila yung ilang maleta ng mga banig bags para i-showcase sa Las Vegas. So hopefully, it will bear fruits when they go back here. Unta may na investors. Pero, kung waray pa investors, we will keep on trying because persistence asya doon importante. Kaysa rin ito ni Governor ko, no? Biskan ano ko no kagwapo ang nangunguyab, direct din sasagot, mas yung sasagot pa ko, no? Kung ano ka-diligent ang nangunguyab. So, having said that, we will not stop until we find those investors and they invest in Samar because Samar will be the next big thing.
Thank you, Vice. Next question from Adjutant Bayan Calvayo, Chief Nabilo.
Thank you so much. You have just mentioned about the expansion in Samar province as well, and the dialysis and CT scan. How about in Calvayo City? Because there's the scarcity of beds. If you can see, there are many patients around the entrance and the Danau Pesera sa Agianan. Tungkol sa puruno at mga pasyente, and private rooms, kulang liwat may plano pa sila for expansion and dialysis patient and CT scan sa loob magiging available.
Ang dialysis titikan man na ako ng CT scan machine. CT scan machine of Calbayog was donated by, ano ito nga, sino nag-donate ito nga ngaran? Rufino Pido. The dialysis machine, just for clarification, there are two CT scan machines in the Samar provincial government. One was purchased by the provincial government, that is in Catbalogan. The second one naman was given or was donated by it was a foreign donation, so I forgot the name of the foreign donation. World Medical Relief. It was donated to us by the World Medical Relief. Now, when the initial testing was done, it was working. However, when we were planning to use that, it had a technical problem. So, nagkamay dahil delay for the operation of that. Now, yan na naman, because they tried to find a spare part dito sa US, then nag-fail hirap pagbili. Sunod naman sa Japan. Sa Japan, nakapalit na, so tipakali na liwat ito ato na Pilipinas. So, anytime soon, granting ma-okay na liwat ito FDA certification, then it will be operational na. Second, ang dialysis machine. Ang dialysis machine is may nakita big problem. Dialysis machine needs a lot of water. Continuous support of water. But in Calbayog, waray tubig dito nga sufficient. Even, ang tubig dito is only from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. So, how can we operate a dialysis machine without water? So, gin-address na inihan sa Guniang Panlalawigan with the inquiry had to mag-privatize nga Calbayog City Water District because na dili na yan na ang Calbayog Water District ira na ito gimbaligya Maynilad. So, yan na, we are also looking for the investor, the Maynilad, para liwat hiraan magbaton kung ano ang liwat plano ang water situation not only in Calbayog District Hospital but the entire Calbayog because hira naman ang tagada kay private naman niya, privatized na. So I think siguro I can give you on that when the water problem in Calbayog is resolved because we have tried a lot. Nagpa-drill na kitahin tubig. Nagpabutang pakitahin mas dako, mas kilarong pang maging drill. Nagpabutang kitahin dako nga water tank, ngan mas dako pang nga water tank. Pero how can you, how will it be filled kung waray mangyari dito tubig? So, I think the water district should be the one answering that. Tapos, hindi naman liwat scarcity, then, Catbalogan City District Hospital is a 75-bed capacity. However, an aton census dito is more than 100 na mga pasyente. Plus the increase of the dengue cases, then all the more na nagka-problema good. Pero, with the cooperation of the city government, I hope that they would cooperate. They can do something about it also because mind you, it usang nga, kung nanganak ka San Sebastian, mga burod ka, you will give birth han child, makali ka pa ba Catbalogan Samar Provincial Hospital? No, makadto ka birthing station managed by the municipal government. In like manner, I hope nga itong liwat ng mga cases in Calbayog will be managed by the city. Dili lang na igduduso nga tanan ha provincial government. I am not saying nga asya ko na niragin hihimo, pero I would like to have a cooperation also because the problem of health is everyone's problem. It is not the provincial government's problem lang. Because kung pipinsaron natin, for example, if EVRMC is in Catbalogan, then diri na kita, we do not need to make a new hospital. What we will do is buy 10 ambulances. Ng tanan ng Makadiha Provincial Hospital, we will refer it to EVRMC. Because EVRMC is a national funded hospital, not a provincial one. So kung kikitaon nga ni natin, diri han pagmalain ha, pero kung kikitaon natin, Samar Provincial Hospital is bigger than Leyte Provincial Hospital because they have the EVRMC. They have the EVRMC, they have the Cystomiasis. And Cystomiasis Hospital is a national hospital also. So, may Dapa City Hospital of Tacloban. So, shared nira ang burden dito. While there is no city hospital, only the provincial government hospital. There is no private hospital. There is no national hospital. So, ito ang problem that people tend, or ito ang di rin nakikita ang mga tao, how the system works. The system, kumbaga, needs changing, not only pag pinaayad na natin hospital, because we can do that. Pag pinaayad kita. Pero di ba pwede, na kaya kung ang cancer, ang magsusulbar, ang Kapitolyo, ang munisipyo nga liwat ang magsulbar, han ubo nga hinsipon, diri nga ang ubo nga hinsipon, plus ang cancer, nga tanan ang Kapitolyo, di ba? Because asya ito ang feeling ng tao. So, sorry. Just to be clear nga itong liwat, we need cooperation. Regardless of political color, we need cooperation. Because at the end of the day, ang nagkakasakit is Catbaloganon, Catbayugnon, Sumaraganon, kung ano man hinabang nun, but they are all Samarnon. So, they are all Filipinos. So, we have this duty to protect and to give eksakto nga care para haera. So, I expect the same ikahan mga local chief executives han kanya-kanya ng munisipyo and cities.
How many years will it take before the completion of that kanina game video and the future Samar? How is it better to invest in Samar? And Baywalk, takin sa Monico Bridge, panahon ito, how much will be the funding? Development Road and Children Park, Imelda Park, and Haditiha Baywalk.
Ang Imelda Park, titikantahan lighting San Monico Bridge. San Monico Bridge lighting will be completed, granting a warila problem, before New Year of yan ang maabot ka New Year. So, December 31 or 30? May 31 ba December? 31. Hopefully by then, ato kita nga tanan. Sir, dapat nandun tayo sana sa December 31 sa lighting ng San Juanico Bridge. Sunod, ang Baywalk naman is already funded. It is a 97 billion project, phase 1 ito. So it is from San Juanico by the Bay, or Barangay, San Juan by the Bay, in Barangay San Juan, Santa Rita. So, makikita natin ang best site for the aesthetic lighting. Also, we will be making changes sa natin road, pero hindi pa yung funded ha. Papalakuin natin ang kalisada, didaahan mouth, han bridge, to accommodate expected na traffic na makukos. Because kung maglalight ito, of course daman magpipicture, mahawas, magpapark. So, we will also be making those things. Magkakamay na liwat kita Samar nga sign, di ba? So we are still looking for fundings ito. Hopefully, by the DOD, by DIEZA. Pero if not, we can also allocate funds from the provincial government. With regards naman titihan Imelda Park, this year, i-renovate na ang Capitol Building. So hopefully by then, kung makikiranta kita, maupay na ang Provincial Capitol Building. Sangguniang panlalawigan, session hall, mga hallways and everything, babaguhin ito natin. Bago in the sense na i-restore taan kadaan. So, I don't know kung ano ba, restoration siguro ang term, diri renovation. Second, this year, makikita liwat niyo magpapawa na ni Melga Park as directed ni President Duterte, kinahanglan nga ang kalsada, mga street lights and everything maging maupay. So, we are allocating funds for that. Magiging mapawa na ito hindi dahil Melga Park. Also, bidad na ang food spark. So, ito nga food spark, puputang ito ni dahil Melga Park, nga may tinda-tinda as part ng Secret Kitchens na program. So, pero bagan, medyo may klase agad eh. Tapos, as to the development naman, bugos ng Capitol Compound, it would be next year. We will be funding that. And ito niya ato ni himuon dida, hopefully, kuha na niya, eco-friendly, solar-powered, may nakita rain catchment for the water, na parang mo rin may nakakarag. Tapos, ang ato naman, provincial covered court, ato na ito pupuntangan ng bleachers. So, uparin natin, it is inspired by the Sydney Opera House, although di rin ganyan masyado operatic and dating. Pero, as the architect said, it is inspired by the Sydney Opera House. So, those are the expected changes that will happen at least in the Hatton Provincial Capital Compound. Pero, hindi naman liwatan along Anchaw Creek from at the back of PNB and at the back of Asya Sydney Opera House, kunyari. Those are the changes that will happen. Ito naman hiya is Zumba pad, didian mga bata. Also, that is the outdoor gym. We will be allocating a designated parking din hinga area. Ito yung bagayahin, mga picnic area, dog walking area, any canopy hiya para if in the event na umuran, may na masisirungan ng tao. That is the food spark. So, ini nga food spark is part of the secret kitchens. The existing gazebo, amot hiya. Tapos, ano pa ba? Sige. Ini hiya, may dalili Zumba pad. Tapos ito, dagko nga chess. Tapos ini naman hiya, the outdoor gym for the seniors, I think. Or whoever wants to use that. Tapos ini yan, magiging children's play area. So, expected ini that next year, hihimuin na ini. And I will make sure na may hihimuin ini. Kaya bumati na ako makarapon. So, amati.
Okay. Ilimit na lang natin pagkano. One question na lang. Wala na kita pala question. Ray Gaspar from samarnews.com.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you, Tito. Dumawag tayo mga patayanan, pero usapan mga I think I have to address my question to our new Commanding General. Sir, good morning. I'm Ray Gaspar from samarnews.com. Lumalabas dito mga issue about red tagging. Marami nagre-reklamo. Sabi nila parang it's a form of harassment, intimidation, provoking them. So, sa iyo palagay, in your own opinion, insight, does this help red tagging individual organizations in our effort for local peace initiatives?
Marami po mga tao, dasyon na nagre-reklamo tungkol sa red tagging na yan. Ano? Una, that means that being associated or identified with this organization is a bad thing for them. Because these organizations can also consider as bad organizations in the society. So, para hindi sila marentag, first, they should declare or abhor these organizations. Sabihin nila ng Communist Party of the Philippines, People's Army, are ills of our society and we do not support them. Pero hindi naman nila sinasabi. Hindi naman nila sinasabi. They never declare like yung mga mass organizations that joining the NPA is bad. Being an NPA rebel is bad. They do not declare that. They do not say that. So, yung the red tagging comes from themselves by not declaring the NPA as a terrorist organization, by not declaring themselves as not affiliated. They are the ones who are tagging themselves. So, red tagging not necessarily comes from us. Ang sinasabi namin, these National Democratic Fronts are actually legal organizations na above-ground organizations and they are supported by law. So, being member of those organizations per se are not illegal. But there are organizations that are influenced, that they are controlled or oriented or affiliated with CPP, NPA, underground mass organizations, and they are controlled within. So, again, if you will go back to red tagging, make these organizations, these individuals should show themselves clearly in which side or what ideology they believe in. And from that declaration, they will be devoid of red tagging themselves. Remember, red tagging does not come from us, it comes from them. What comes out of their mouth and what does not come out from their mouth is they are tagging themselves.
Okay, next question from Remy Castelo from MG's Catbalogan.
Opo. Sir, good noon. I have here a question from our media friend from Ormoc City, Robert Dehon, through sa FB Live. Sabi niya, Red, pwede magtanong please ask the good general what's his reaction to the statement of Ted Casino that not all students recruited by left-leaning organization become member of the NPA. Was this his reaction that even a graduate of the Philippine Military Academy joined the NPA after knowing the organizations? I reiterate, this is not my question, this is from Sir Robert, and then I will have my own question later.
Thank you. Buti na. Totoo. Merong PMA graduate na after graduation kanya join siya ng NPA. Pero totoo rin na after that, sinabi niya that is the most or the worst decision that he had made in his entire life, joining the NPA. And after that, bumalik siya sa gobyerno. Si General Victor Purpose, no? Naging ano ba siya? Naging general pa siya. And sinabi niya lahat ng kasamaan ng NPA. No? Pero kung meron ang NPA na PMA grad na nag-join, lahat sila nag-surrender, bumalik, and na-realize nila yung pagkakamali nila. Just like other students na nag-join din sa New People's Army o sa CPP, marami naman dyan, bumalik na rin. No? Except yung mga nasa taas ng organisasyon na dahil sa laki ng kinikita nila sa organisasyon, it is very, ayaw nilang mawala yung kanilang mga kinikita. Kasi itong CPP-NPA, wala nang ideology po to. No? Alam na their ideology, in terms of ideology, they're orphans already. Because the birthplace of communism themselves, they are not espousing the communism ideology already. Yung sinabi pa ni Samar, Marxist, Leninist, and Maoist thought, sino ba yung mga yun? Hindi naman mga Pilipino yung mga yun. Puro yun mga dayuhan. Yung ideology ng dayuhan, yun ang gusto nilang gawin dito sa Pilipinas, mga Westerners. And non-Filipino ideology. Tapos gusto nila gagawin nila dito. No? So, totoo po yan. Sabihin ko sa inyo. Meron pa rin po mga nag-join pa na former military officers na nag-NPA na hindi bumalik sa army kasi namatay sila bago sila magbago. Pero lahat ng buhay pa ngayon, I tell you, lumabas ulit sila sa organisasyon and pinagsisihan nila yung ginawa nila.
Thank you, sir. My question goes to Vice Governor Michael. Sir, di na ako question kan Robert at barangay literal, sir, or Vice is a very protected area. And then I have heard may share bahirahan income, sir, kanan Lugayan Falls. Or di rin ba magsayno sila natin yung militar? Tingin mo rin ang share?
To correct ko, no, it is not NPA infiltrated. It is, ano yung tawag, sir? Influence threatened. Threatened ba?
Manageable.
Ano yung term naman yung sinulat ko sa papel? Ha? No, it was... never mind. So, later on, it is a people's organization. The people's organization is the community. What are you asking? If the NPA has a share? Or the barangay?
Because parang safety doon ng mga tourists na pupunta.
I think... if ako pabakyanan, I don't think na may dito NPA share and profit kanan lulugayan ko. However, if it is true, then we will not encourage them because the government should protect the Filipinos, the Samarinos. So I don't think that it is right also. We only empower them. The peace, kumbaga ang mga NPA, I don't think na kailangan lang ito natin because we will only empower them. Instead, we should discourage them. Nga aton dapat ginhihimo and what is expected from us. Because at the end of the day, ang nagpapasweldo aton ng mga gobyerno ang Pilipinas. Kung ano man ang ideologies ng Pilipinas, tama man ito. Ang magiging problem natin, ang implementation, dili problema ang mga balaod, problema ang pag-apply ng balaod. So being in the government, it is our responsibility kung paano ito i-apply. Also, if it is true that what you're saying, then we will talk to the barangay chairman kay kung ano man liwat ito, to the organization, because I will not allow ito under my administration for those things to take place because ang aton panggobyernohan is for the people, it's for the Filipino people, and the law should apply always. Okay.
Okay, next question from Lilith Samar.
Yes. Para po kan Vice Go, dili po ninyo plano ibutang ang grandstand nga di ba po rin mga atlet para kumagto ito para mag-practice?
Before answering that, I found a perfect the word that I was looking for. They are not called enemies, they are called peace challengers. So the NPA is not our enemy, they are peace challengers. So as with regards to the grandstand, we are eyeing for a location within Catbalogan City, meaning that it should not only, it does not exclude Hangawasan City proper. So, may da kami ginaay dili Socorro, though medyo hirayo na hiya, but it is also part ng expansion in Catbalogan. So, we are eyeing for that because we need at least 7 hectares of land. Kaya nato ni Moon, ang plano nato ni Moon is grandstand, Astrodome, dormitories for the athletes, swimming pool, and anything nga sa dito. As I talked to Governor and Congresswoman, an aton vision is by 2015 completed na ang grandstand, and by then kita ay mag-host ng EVRAA. By 2025, sorry. By 2025, completed yung kita na mag-host ng EVRAA. Then by 2027, kita na ang mag-host ng palarong pambansa. So, asya ko na natin.
Okay, thank you, Vice. Next question from Romel Rotor from DYS Catbalogan.
Thank you. So, babalikan ko lang sa kaninang dengue kasi as far as I know, we declared the province of Samar under state of calamity. Did we tap funds from the DRRM? Kung may ada man, how much and what is our target output for equivalent to these funds?
Right now, yes, we did direct consume kay gin PR pala. It is worth 15 million of the DRRM fund. In total, we have 25 million, and 15 million of that will be used now for the dengue. Ang gagamitan nito is 4 units of the fogging machine and all the rest, and mga supplies ng hospital like dengue testing kits, mga fluids, ngayon ang mga medicines yung kinahanglan ng hospital. Because as of now, another provincial hospital has 100 bed capacity, pero census natin is naabot na yung 320 because of dengue. Also, we have instructed na magkaala kita yung dengue fast lane, in special dengue ward, and they are being implemented as we speak. Kumbaga, operational nga yan. As we speak, it is operational. So, those are the things na ginihimo nato ng pandemic. So, as to funds, asyeto ng aton game purchase. It is more of mga necessities para aton hospital because di rin naging kakayahan aton existing funds. Also, we have a talk at mga LCEs, meaning local chief executives and mga mayors, to encourage them na hiraan pumalit-liwat yung mga dengue testing kits because of the panic also of the people, biskay na masakit lang ulo, napakanto na hospital, kaya nagpapakita na if dengue. Danay, diniyak na nga, wala ka namang dengue, pero gusto nilang magpa-check-in kasi daw baka nagkamali lang yung diagnosis. So it becomes a problem. Nagiging hectic nagiging toxic na yung hospital because of that. So we encourage the municipalities and the cities to buy mga testing kits because, as I've said, it is not the provincial government's problem only in health, it is everyone's problem. So, before they send these people nga a provincial government or provincial hospitals, district hospitals, supposed to be dapat gin-check na nila dito para at least may naliwan kita pag kita transfer nila, di rin na-overwhelm na nato ng hospital. Second, we encourage them also to buy fogging machines because imagine if ang provincial government la ay pagpapaging. Di sana pa ba kita ito mahuhuman kay kung may dala kita nila 5 kabukos nga fogging machine. Bahin, dire pa kita nga ni nakakaubos ang tanan nga munisipyo. Naubos na liwat pagkalinggirid ko ang tanan. So we encourage every municipality, if possible, to buy in fogging machine, which I believe they did. So may na mga municipalities nga nagpalit ng fogging machine because of the declaration of state of calamity, namely Santa Rita, Gandara, Paranas, I think, and more municipalities are also buying. I just don't know the data because it is being held ang data ay nagkakapot ng data sa yung terminal health. Ang nagkakapot ng data is mamagirin ang bate nga she needed to leave liwat kaya man ang aton dengue nga kumbaga head and technical group para ang dengue, which is she needed nga mag-leave because ang iya anak na dengue. Tapos ang aton chief of hospital liwat, si Dr. Jonathan Paki, na dengue liwat. So it is a problem indeed.
Okay, thank you, Vice. Last question.
Thank you.
Address to Mr. Blantian from Catbalogan City.
Thank you. Congratulations sa Vice Governor yung binipilip ka na pa mo. Pero itakon pakian na Vice Governor, magwa 1 month na since President Duterte ordered ang clearing ng mga karsada in-implement by the Samar. First, when I arrived, na mo pa yung mga constructions, mag-ugaw itong Catbalogan compared to Tacloban, nag-start na mayroong Maldives Panlimpio. Hindi. Na mo pa mga constructions. Nakita ko may Kapitolyo, nagto may hada, hindi na may Boy Scout, may na mga indoors, maugaw. Is this implemented? And may order on the LG, I think, ng mga governors, mayors, barangay chairman to clear the roads of the obstructions.
Mabatod.
Sige.
Okay. Kasi po, magsusumpay pa. So, as to the directive of President Duterte, which was issued on the day of the SONA, this 22nd. So, it was 3 weeks ago. We have 60 days to implement that, and we are monitoring every mayor who are implementing that. In Catbalogan, they are implementing that. However, they have their own struggles also. I cannot speak in their behalf, so maybe you can address the question to Mayor Dexter. However, I have seen their efforts. In other municipalities, the clearing operation does not apply. Wala nga ni Kalsada ang iba, mag-clearing balogon. So, kumbaga, just to make things like, also, I have talked to Mayor Eunice Bobalcon. She did not have to do anything because it was already implemented. Kumbaga, very strict haparanas, anera, implementation ng mga construction and everything. So, most municipalities does not need that. Ang nanginginahanglan nito heavily is ang Catbalogan and I think a portion of Calbayo. So we are still waiting for their actions, the governor, because since the directive was not given only to the governor to implement that directly to the mayors, it was given to the governor, to the mayors, to the barangays. So, kumbaga, everyone is accountable directly to the national, to the DILG. So, what we are doing now is collating the data para mas maging effective. Ngayon, i-call out na era attention if warin pahiramahimo on the first month, ikamhan, gin-issue ito ginyakan ito ni President Duterte. Ang provincial government effort naman liwan is, although dako ang provincial government because it is 24 municipalities and 2 cities, however, ang may direct kita nga hand is a provincial compound. So I have already instructed the Provincial Engineering Office to allocate a small portion of lot in the Department of Agriculture, former Department of Agriculture area compound, which is now being used as the provincial hospital new building. To allocate a small portion, which siguro is around 600 square meters. For all of these vendors, these informal settlers and mga vendors diliha along Himyangan residence, nga ibalhin ito dito, nga i-demolish na ito. So expect ka mo ngayon na nga week, it will be demolished, everything nila. So also, because at the end of the day, these are people, these are Samarans na mga tao. So we cannot just demolish an era mga properties or an era livelihood without doing anything about it. So that is why nga nag-iha kita guti, because I want to make sure nga may dagol hirata transferan. Also, we are also waiting for the funding, which the DPWH also already have said na pwede ko na ito nga back of PNB and Bulwagan. Nga di ba may kanal dida? Ito nga Atsaw, nga kanal. Tatakpan ito natin hiya, nga tanggal-tanggal nga takop, then upayon, then magbubutang kita dahil mga stores. So ito yung mga stores naman, kay kanina, as I've said, temporary and pag-transfer ng informal settlers ngadto hospital compound. So temporary meaning, they will be transferred to somewhere permanent. So, granting nga maratira provincial government, then iniliting nga Anchaw Creek, nga aayuson, papupayon, hugutangan ng CR, yung mga tindahan nga papresa ni Chura, ibabalingin hiradida, nga dida na hira magtitinda. So, watch out na lang ka mo para plan ito, it will be posted na lahat akong Facebook account anytime soon. So, siguro mga 2 weeks after.
Okay, thank you, Vice. Nga lumaray na kita pa na. So, Vice, panghuling mensahe.
Siguro ang pakiyan naman paniod to.
Yan ang hinihintay.
No, may pagkain ba? Siguro I have expressed na akong feel, akong tanan yung mga desires, akong dreams, akong vision. But for the last time, akong nalayayangan is, please join me because I cannot do this alone. Even if the governor permits me, nahimuon ni nga tanan, even if the board members voted nga ini nga mga ordinances, resolutions, whatever is being needed, even if ang mga chief of mga head of offices mag-enjoy nga tanan, still it is the people na kinahanglan natin nga mag-work together. So as I've said kanina, all of you, our media friends, has a responsibility also to the people to let them know the efforts of their provincial government, because sometimes we just need an inspiration, because we do not follow the laws because we feel that no one is doing it anyway. But if they see a light of hope through your post, through your messages, through your medium, then maybe it will change how they perceive us, and in turn, it will create na magkamay daliwan kita in community-based partners being hanera kalugariman. So I hope you can join us on that. Every one of us, Samarnon or not, you're all Filipinos, and we need to make a change. If mo feeling nga hopeless na ang Philippines, then all the more kinahanglan natin maghimo-hin change. So, I myself, if you do not know me, I am only 30 years old, and I have to think han future para han kuan. Pero ang good lain han pagiging bata to think of the future, because I am only 30. the future for me siguro is 30 years from now, and by then, because I'm only 30, 60 pala ako, buhay pa ako ito niya future. So, I hope that ini nga akong plans will be turned into reality. I am eager to work with everyone. Kumbaga, halaban akong patience nga mamati, pero in turn, karuyan ko liwat nga pamatian. So, kung ano man ang akong mga aspirations, karuyan ko liwat in cooperation.
Thank you, Vice. Magandang atong bago nga kumaning General Infantry Division of Philippine Army. MGen, thank you. Para nato nag-respond for today. Salamat nga na pay to atong dala.